The next candidate we bring forward from District Number 2, Larry Keating.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Larry Keating, and I am one of your council candidates for District 2. I'd like to begin with a very important statement developed in a report by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives. This is the impact of child poverty in our country, our province, and our county. The impact of child poverty includes inadequate incomes, income inequality, and insecurity in relation to the essentials of life: food, housing, clothing, and heat, to say nothing of lack of access to child development of children. Evidence suggests that children living in low-income households typically suffer from multiple disadvantages throughout their lives, including poorer educational outcomes, poorer health, poor dietary intake and nutritional status, and higher rates of delinquency. The bottom line, and what this really means, is that at least 1/3 of our low-income Cape Breton children and families are at risk for every threat in this document. I believe that if you grow up in poverty, it severely impacts your opportunities for the future. Do we believe that? Of course we do. No one wants to see children do without proper nutritious food, without proper clothing for our cold winters, without heat in their homes, without the possibilities of higher education, without healthy recreation, and without mental stability. This all leads our children to higher rates of delinquency, period. These children are our future, our legacy. We have to make their lives and our lives better. Ladies and gentlemen, poverty is not a big dollar problem. We can eradicate poverty in Richmond County for just a meager portion of our municipal funding. And this is how we will become a shining example to the rest of Nova Scotia and our country. It does not take all that much to make a big difference in the lives of people who have little. Tonight, I want to share with all of you my proposal to uplift our society. Think of this, ladies and gentlemen. I propose a new program, a new hope, a new solution for poverty in our county. I introduce to you tonight the RAISE program. The Richmond Annual Income Supplement Emergency Program. Thank you. This program is an emergency response to addressing poverty in Richmond County. This situation is urgent. We have to take our future into our own hands. We want fresh, nutritious food for low-income families and their children. We want all children to prosper and grow and live healthier, happier lives. We want our seniors to enjoy the fruits of their labor, worry and stress-free. The RAISE program will be my first and #1 priority. We will raise every one of our citizens to a reasonable, livable level of economic equality. This program will last 4 years, the full duration of this new council. After carefully examining our Municipal Government Act, it is clear that we are within our legal rights to begin implementation of the RAISE program as an emergency response system throughout Richmond County. We will move this process forward as quickly as possible. Do we fully realize what kind of changes will occur in our county during this time? Morale will lift. People will be friendlier, kinder, healthier, happier. Positive mental health will increase. Children will learn more. We will restore people's faith and hope for their future. That's right, hope. Our people will have the opportunities to better educate themselves and turn their lives around. In closing, friends and neighbors, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your show of concern for our county by attending this community meeting this evening. I appreciate seeing all of you here. Thank you and good night. I believe that the political will of all levels of government is just not there to end poverty. We have our priorities mixed up. If we really want to share, then we look after the poorer people first. And by doing this and bringing them up to an equal equality of economic equality, they will have the money to pay their rent, and they will have, you know, it will pay for itself. They know this. Poverty costs us billions of dollars. If you take people out of poverty, the effects of something like the RAISE program for 4 years will last for many, many years afterwards. And that's what we have to do to start moving forward. I mean, we have to get our priorities straight here. Well, well, the RAISE program would cost us very little to eradicate poverty in Richmond County. We take in now with the new tax increase over $16 million a year. It would cost less than 4% to take every man, woman, and child up above the poverty level. I mean, you know, in some cases they might need $4,000 more a year. In some cases, $2,000 more a year. But that little bit will go a long way. And we can do this. It's totally within our grasp. It's within our laws already. So, in a way, we don't need the provincial or federal government. But that being said, we will work with all levels of government to get this done. We will root out any help that we can get from them as well. But you know, it won't cost us very much, and it'll last a very long time.
Question is to Larry Keating. Everyone here sort of addressed seniors' issues, but I felt more that you had addressed child poverty and childhood issues, and I certainly am the first to say a healthy family can be healthy and support our seniors. But I'm just wondering if you could maybe make a few comments on how you see senior poverty and how you would address that. Thank you.
Well, first of all, the seniors that are living below the poverty line would be, you know, included, of course, in the equity economic RAISE program. So that would help them there. I also, I mean, as far as housing goes, I mean, that deal isn't completely dead in the water for that 12 units, but there are a lot of other companies, big companies that are building senior complexes right now. I also believe that we could get them in here, and that so many of these units could be rent to own. So that would give seniors a sense of owning, rent to own, and as well, we're gonna be doing a public garden. We're going to be building a public garden that will, involve seniors and younger people too, to get the community together. As well, I also announced that, I made a proposal that I would hire students in the summertime immediately, 4 students, and supply them with a truck and equipment, and they would go around and whippersnip and do lawn care, cut the grass for seniors, that need that help. It's one of these things that I don't believe it would be abused. And yes, seniors, there are other things too. I just can't think of them right now, but thank you.
I just,
Yes, well, for one thing, we are going to build county-owned and operated campsites in Richmond County. And we will certainly hire seniors to work at jobs that they will be very good at and enjoy doing. So that's one thing, to get them involved, and that will also create, of course, economic benefits for all of us, for the county. And so that's just one thing that we'll be doing to get them involved. Thank you.